I think we're nearing the end of our Doona days, and I'm gonna be really sad when that happens. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, AlizaOnline. I'm Aliza, and today we're gonna talk about the Doona car seat stroller. It's fantastic that you don't have to transfer your baby from the car seat to the stroller and back again, especially great if you're in and out of cars a lot, you're running errands, or if you're flying somewhere. I see it a ton in airports. Let me show you how to transform this stroller into a car seat. This is the handlebar at its high level. There's a gray button in the middle that you push in and it lowers it to the low level. Then there's a red button in the back, surrounded by a gray area. The red button you push in, and the whole gray piece you then pick up. So it's a push-in, pick-up mechanism. You push it in, pick it up, and at the same time you have your foot in front of the wheel, move the whole carriage forward and trip the wheels underneath it until it clicks into place. Now technically you have two gray buttons at the bottom of the handlebar that you push in to pick the handlebar up, either into an upright position for you to supposedly carry the car seat this way, which I never do, or even to totally push it behind the hood. In order to turn it back into a stroller, you also push the red button, pick up the whole gray piece, and release the wheels. So push, pick up, and lift the whole thing. The wheels just come out. When you're taking it out of the car, I don't usually do this for some reason, but I think I maybe should. So you remove it from the base, and then you're holding it in your hand. What I usually do is I put it down and then I pick it up. I think that's unnecessary. I think if you just press the lever, okay, it maybe jolts a lot, but the wheels come down, and you don't have to go down and up again. I don't know if that's easier or not. I'm gonna try it. It may sound a little complicated, and to be honest, it was a little complicated at first. I actually went to a Bye Bye Baby in person. I wanted to see all the different kinds of strollers, and specifically the Doona, and I had a salesperson show me how to do it. And basically, it's just muscle memory. You have to do it a number of times before it just becomes ingrained in second nature to you. There's also a brake system on this, a very simple start and stop. To go, there's a green lever you push down, and to put the brakes on, you just push the red lever down. So it doesn't go, and then if you want to push the green one, it goes. In order to tighten or loosen the straps, there's a gray button here that you push in, and then you either pull this to loosen it, or you pull this extra slack to tighten it. Just a heads up, the first time I was doing it, I was heading to the doctor by myself. I was late, and the straps were too tight on D, and I couldn't figure out how to adjust it. I tried YouTubing it, because when you press the button, it was like a give, and you feel like you're at the bottom of it, but you have to push it. Like even though like you can kind of click it, you have to push it in order to loosen or tighten the straps. There are also 3 levels for the straps for a newborn, little older, and little older baby. You'll see you'll have to unthread it, and it goes along the back. When you adjust the level of the straps, be careful that you're doing it correctly. On the underside of the carriage, there's a metal bar. The straps are supposed to go underneath the metal bar. If it goes over the metal bar, it will interfere with the stroller car seat locking into the base of the car. This comes with a base that you leave in the car, and it's supposed to lock in with this metal bar. We accidentally strapped it over one time, and it wouldn't lock into the base. It was very frustrating. I thought there was a malfunction with the base, with the stroller, that something was wrong, and it was a really simple fix. So just a heads up, learn from my mistakes. Like I mentioned, the Doona car seat has a base that you leave in your car, but it's really cool because you don't need the base. So if you have multiple cars, or if someone else is watching your baby, they can strap it in using a seatbelt, and they don't need any kind of base. It's not something that's super easy to do the first time you do it, but it's not that complicated either. So once you have the steps, once you know what you're doing, you could easily do it. But it was super hard the first time I was doing it. Here's how you remove the Doona from the base in the car. You push down on the little button, and you push the whole button in toward the stroller. That pops the wheels out, and you can lift it from there. You see how it's green when the car seat is locked into place, and it turns red if the car seat is not locked into place. That is a good indicator if you have indeed put the car seat in correctly. So always look out, make sure it shows green, and then you know the car seat is secure. I mentioned that we're thinking of phasing out the Doona, and it's not because baby D has reached the height or weight limit by any stretch of the imagination, but frankly, it's becoming too heavy for me to lift. The Doona itself is 16.5 pounds. Baby D last we checked was around 17 pounds, and that's a lot of pounds for me to lift. Additionally, it's recommended not to put a baby in the car seat with a coat on, but instead to use something like this Bundle Me, which is basically like a sleep sack kind of, or sleeping bag. And you put that in. This one has a removable back so that the baby's back can be flushed against the car seat. With baby D in this, she just looks very squished, and I feel really bad putting her through that. So because of that reason and because it's heavy, I am thinking that we move on from here. But I really do love it. It's extremely easy to push around, maneuver. I can look at this like one-handed. It's just like a dream. The handlebar is great for me. I'm 5'2". So even at this low height, it's totally fine. I pick it up to the high height, that's also fine. For someone who's over 6 foot, it might be harder, but like as most things, I recommend trying it out for yourself and seeing, because there are definitely a lot of pros to this little piece. A lot of this talk about the weight is just personal to you and your strength capabilities. My husband can lift this whole thing up with baby D in it up a flight of steps, which I can definitely not do. I'm not sure I can even get it in and out of the car anymore. So it may work longer for you, or it may not work as long, depends how strong you are. The Doona is also fantastically compact. It's a really small item. It's low to the ground, and it's just small all around. Like, you can take this into stores. We have a small entryway and it fits perfectly in it. So it's very convenient, like I mentioned, for travel or errands or any small spaces that you might have. The Doona does come with a newborn insert to make it cozier for the baby, and also a headrest to keep everything in place. There are also 2 diaper storage bag options. This is the Essentials bag. There are 2 pockets on the side for bottles, 2 pockets in the front for little things, a pocket in the back for whatever, and a pocket in the middle for everything else, including a changing pad that it comes with. You can fit a lot in this. It's a really great piece to have. It's also important to have because with this, first of all, there's no storage space here. There's no basket on the bottom. There's nothing. So if you're taking this out, there's nothing that you're taking along with it. It doesn't have anything because if it did, you wouldn't be able to use it as a car seat. Also, it's a very lightweight item, so you can't put any other diaper bag on this thing. If you have a huge diaper bag and you try to lay it over here, it will tip the Doona forward with your baby inside. I've heard of this happening to people and it's really scary. There are holes on the sides of the diaper bag that you hook onto these knobs on the handlebar. One side and then the other side. And then you have the pockets and everything conveniently facing you. There's also a bigger storage bag that you can fit underneath this, but obviously you have to remove it when you make it into a car seat. And it's not easily accessible like this one. So I didn't get that one, but you could. You can also get an insect cover and a rain cover, which I have both, though I don't think I've really used either, maybe a couple of times. I definitely recommend the Doona. We also have another stroller, the Bugaboo Bee, that we use for longer walks, or basically when we're not using the car. But this is our go-to for errands, for any kind of car travel or any kind of travel. It's just been great and I'm really gonna miss it. Let me know if you have any questions about it, if you're on the fence, like you're thinking to get it but you're not sure if it's worth it for you, or if you have it and you like it, or if you have it and you don't like it. Let me know all that. And like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hit the bell notification so you get notified when I upload new videos. And I'll see you next time. In order to turn it by the 2 front wheels. Was it back wheels or front wheels? Or to tighten